Alrighty, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Heaters franchise, here in year number 3. Last episode, we took on two teams. I believe it was the Wide Loads and the Platypi to finish off the season. We lost Game 1 against the Wide Loads 9-4, and lost Game 2 to the Platypi 6-5. With that, we used 2 losses. We ended the year at 4-12. We were not the worst team in the league. It's also not our worst record in our series, as we finished 3-13 the year prior, but not a very good result, and we're now in danger of being fired by the organization for failing to make the playoffs for the first 3 years of the series and have a losing record all 3 years. And we went on to watch another division rival, the B-Wolves this time, win their first title here in the series. So, with our backs against the wall, knowing that we'll be fired if we don't do anything well, let's have a look at the team and see what we need to do here in year 4 to turn this team into a winner. Now, I think offensively, the team is all right. Honestly, a little inconsistent most of the time, but on paper, pretty good team. Hank Hart coming into his own now. He's been proved his batting average all 3 years as he's played. Jamie Pollard has gone up to a starting caliber middle infielder. Jesus Gould has always been a starting caliber middle infielder. Caleb Golden is a good starting caliber middle infielder. Buster Biggs, a little old. He's starting to regress. Not as good as he once was. Probably could look to go younger out in left field. Maybe get someone, buildable. Maybe better fielder. Dax Jarvis came on hot at the end of the year. Right fielder, started smoking the ball. Ended up being the team leader in home runs with 3. Nolan Lawson outperformed expectations, taking over the starting role from Isaac Crush and never looking back. He's a solid young center fielder to build around moving forward. Jax Trevino came on hot at the end of last year. He's a good backup third baseman. If we can't keep Jesus Gould or Jamie Pollard, and we keep one of them, Trevino could take over as the starting third baseman. Mashed Taters, he's regressing. He probably needs to go. He'll be 39. Dale Nail is not going to be here. We're going to get rid of him. Dimples Burnside, good young backup first baseman. Did his job when called upon. He did all right. Raffy Slaps, he's a decent backup third baseman, but could we go younger there? Probably. We'll see what's out there. Everett Nash, D+ to a C. That's all I got to say. The dude came on and improved by leaps and bounds throughout the season. He's a very good backup catcher now, so I'm happy with him being on the roster. Moving to pitching, our starting pitching was not horrible. Outside of our 4th one, that's fine. We couldn't find a stable 4th starter for most of the year. Our top 2 guys, Turnberner and Peterson, they did very well. Tower Hiker struggled, but that's to be expected in his rookie year, trying to learn the league and whatnot. So I'm okay with giving him another chance. But we need a 4th starter for sure. And then moving to the bullpen, the only 2 relievers for us that actually did any good were Garner and, surprisingly, Jimmy Yago, I think, finished with a sub-1 ERA. Now, granted, our bullpen needs better accuracy. Arena Barnes has plenty of accuracy, but she does not have the stuff. So she's got to go. Tats Balfour is going to be 36. He shouldn't be here. Candy Sweet, she's not going to be here either. She was just a placeholder. So at least 2 relievers, 1 starting pitcher, a bench outfielder, a younger left fielder possibly, that's 5, maybe a backup corner infielder, starting first baseman because we need to replace Taters. And I think that's it for now. So 7 possible signings depending on who tests free agency. That's without factoring in anybody testing free agency. So let's not dilly-dally. Let's jump into it. See who's going to be here for year 4. We only go up $8 million. That's not horrible, so it's a small number. Jax Trevino does test free agency. Not ideal. Was really hoping not to lose him. Dale Nail does retire, and I think that's it. Okay, everyone else wants to come back. Other retirements around the league from teams. Joffrey Rockman from the Moose goes to the finals and ends up retiring after they lose. Chug Burbany, the ace of the Overdogs, is no longer going to be here as well. He retires after 3 seasons. Okay, so Nail was going to get replaced anyway, but I'm glad he hung it up. Trevino, that's a bummer. I'm going to need to try and re-sign him. And he's not going to be as cheap as he once was either, so. But the good news is our top 4 offensive players all stick around. Hank Hart, our main catcher. Golden, our second baseman. Pollard and Gould, our shortstop and third baseman. Both of them are still here. All right, so now we just gotta do what we said we were gonna do. We gotta go after guys. So we're good at catcher. We have a good starting catcher, and I like our backup catcher. He did really well. So let's go ahead and have a look. First base. We do need a young first baseman starter. Joseph Trunk, does test free agency from the Buzzards. Okay, he's a candidate to replace Mashed Taters. Who else is out there? No one else is out there starting caliber except Jacoby North. He's young-ish, younger than Taters. Give him that credit. Very good power hitter, decent fielder. You don't always need to have the best fielder at first base. Good speed, too. I like that guy. Put him on the list. That's it at first base. Second base, we're good. We have Golden. We have Pollard. Third base. Okay, Jack Storino, I would like to re-sign him. If not, is there a backup caliber third baseman we can go after? Or a good caliber third baseman we can try and sign? I have a soft spot for Keg Gutterson, but he is going to be 37. He's going to regress. Same with Findare at 35 and Hayata at 34. Mario Mustachio tests from the Buzzards, 28-year-old. Honestly, wouldn't mind signing him. I don't think we'll be able to, but put him on the list. McStevens is 32, Liner's 34, but they are both still at the top of their game. I wouldn't mind signing either of them as well, but not going to have the money, so not an option for us. That's it for starting caliber. There is also Angelo Gangnam. Okay, I like him. Solid player. Could be a good replacement for Rafi Slaps. Moving to shortstop. Don't really need another shortstop. We got two good ones in our roster already. Alright, moving to left field. Is there a young starting caliber left fielder? There is not. Left field is once again weak. Ugh. Alright, looks like Buster Biggs is going to be sticking around for another year because there is nobody to replace him with. And Biggs did alright. He had a pretty good year, I'm not going to lie. He didn't, underperform or anything, but I just wanted to get a little bit younger out there. But, 30, Guy Gold is the youngest, and he can't field for shit. 39, 38, 38, 39, 31, but he's a B-. Yeah, nah, fam. Center field, we're good. We could use a backup option for the fourth outfield slot. Dude Browning, that's a nice young outfielder, but he does not play outfield. He plays center and first. Moving to right field, there is Dip Franks. He'd be a good backup caliber option. What else we got out there? Kelby King? Nah. Casper Stern, he can play all the outfield positions RBI did, though. Nah, fam. Nah, I can't do it, man. I just can't. There's also Man and Moon. He'd be a good backup center fielder. Who else is out here? Wade Hobbs. He'd be a good option. Other than that, not seeing too much out here. Luis Hansen, maybe. That's it, really. I'm not overly impressed with this outfield class. Moving to pitching, we need a fourth starter. I want to keep the three at the top of the rotation. Just got to get a fourth starter to solidify it. And there are no young starters again. Jesus. 27-year-old Pop Mustard. Love the name. That's my guy. That's the guy I want right there. We also have Leon Rubio, who I believe was back in year one. I believe he's from year one. Is he? He is. He was on the Sawteeth all 3 years. Okay. He's only 30. He's a decent fourth starter. I'd like him. Larry LaJoy is also 29. I'm not sold on LaJoy. There you go. Fabulo. Youngest is Kellen Botham. Again, a free agent. But nah. Don't have the money for him. Jerry Roth. Walk prone scares me. Fabulo. He'd be probably could get him on the cheap too, yeah. Okay, moving to relievers. What do we got? Barron is still out there, so is Rhubarb. Nah, I'm not liking him. Towel? Hawkins. Is it Toby or Towel? That's Towel. Okay, that's an L. Okay, so Towel Hawkins. Okay, solid 21-year-old. I like that. Lana Bartlett, decent accuracy. Should probably be a step up from Barnes. There's also Ian Lowbrow. Solid name. I like that. All right, don't want to go too low, though, in relievers. Don't want to go too low. They're Bozer has good accuracy, and he's got specialist too. We can use that. Texas, nah. Towers, nah. Gasser Morris has good accuracy. I like him. Matt Gunn and Charlie Best are also out here. Okay, that's it. Let's go our 5 rounds. I'm not really worried about signings. I just want to see if all of our guys can make it through or not. All right, number through 5. Okay. Have a look. 16-4, 14-1, 17-4, 10-2, 7. Okay, solid so far. 7, 12-4, 9-6, 7-4. Okay. And 11 mil. Okay. Nothing too bad. Let's see. 10-8, 9-5, 12-5. We're good. Go 5 more. Nothing so far. Good news for me. Alright, there goes Charlie Best. He goes for 14.9 at 30 years old. That gives me a good reference on what Matt Gunn will go for. I'll go for a little bit more than that. Do 10 here. Okay. 10 in. What do we got? Alright, so we got North, we got Trunk, got Mustachio still. Trevino's at 8-1. If I can get him under 8 million, I can sign him for sure. I'm at 5-5. Compare him to Raffy. Slaps. Better than Raffy in basically every category, so I would love to get him. I know I'm not going to get him for as cheap as Raffy, but if I can get him under 5 million, I'm okay with that. I can get him a little lower than that too, but I don't want to risk it. Outfielders, Hansen at 10-7, 9-9 for Hobbs. Moon at 7-7. Browning at 6. See, the only thing about me not going after Browning is that he doesn't play any outfield positions outside of center. That worries me. Moon does play all the outfield positions, though. Dip Franks, okay. Decent. Not a great fielder, but you could still use her. Pitching, okay. Alright, so if we wanted to sign Bartlett, we'd have to do it now. I don't know. Lowbrow doesn't have the good pitch selection that I like. And I don't know, with Yago on the team still, I don't think we can go for Bartlett or Lowbrow. We have to go for players better than her, and that would be Bozer and Hawkins. Could go for Bozer now at 6-7. That would be alright. Maybe. Let's just go one at a time, see what happens. Alright, nobody that round. Let's go one more. Okay, still good. One more. Alright, still nothing. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and sign. 11-7, 10-3. Okay, I don't think we'll need Mustachio. I think we can go ahead and sign Trevino for 7-2, pick up Gangnam for 4-9, and call it a day. Both are going to be good options moving forward. And Trevino does get a bit of a pay bump here because he did go up from a B- to a B, and he did hit well at the end of the year. So I think getting him back is going to be a good priority here for us. Let's go ahead and get him. I'll see if I can get Gangnam down to 4-5, and then I'll sign him. If I can get him to 4-5, I think we'll be good. Still too early to go after him just yet. Moving down the list here. 11-7, 10-3. We got to make a decision on them soon. Kind of like Mustard and Fabulo over Rubio because they have the extra pitch. Let's go one round. Round 15. Alright, there goes Trunk. Damn it! I wanted him under 10. Shit. That's unlucky. For crowds, okay. And Josiah Elliott, okay. Oh, they finally got rid of Maggie Rags. Maybe that's why the Freebitters lost. They kept Raggy Rags for 2 years. Alright, well, if we want a good first baseman, we have to go after Jacoby North now. Because we did just lose Mario Mustachio, and the only other option is Jess Fowl. Now, granted, Jess Fowl, there's nothing wrong with Jess Fowl. She's not a great hitter. That's the one thing I hold against her. She's got great speed, though. She's a great fielder, and she can play third. And good arm as well, especially for a first baseman. But I think we go for the more complete player in Jacoby North and take the risk. Because we definitely need to get younger with Mashed Taters being 39, and he's definitely just going to keep regressing. They're about the same fielder, a little less contact in the bat of North, but he's got more power than Taters. He's got a lot more speed, and he has a weaker arm, but that's because he only plays first base and catcher. So I know we're spending money here, but this is a good move. This is what we need to make. This is a move we need to make, so let's go for it. Okay, so that upgrades first base. Second base is good. Third base is good now, except for Gangnam. He's at 4-6. I can give him 4-6. That's not horrible. Give him that for Raffy Slaps, yeah. Yeah, give him that. Why not? Alright, so we got Gangnam, so we upgrade the backup third base position as well. That's good. We could upgrade backup catcher. I'm not going to. I like Everett Nash with how much he's improved. Moving to our fourth outfield slot, we definitely need to sign one of these guys. Dip Franks at 7-1's not great. Man and Moon at 6-5. He's probably getting ready to get signed. Between Moon and Franks, I think it's coming down to them. We don't want Hanson or Hobbs. Browning him on the fence about. He has no arm. Jesus Christ. He's not playing the field. Yeah, that's a no from me, Captain. It's got to be between Franks and Moon. So between the two of them, Franks has the much better arm. Moon is the much better fielder, so he provides the better coverage off the bench. Moon also has a lot more speed. Franks has a lot more contact, and power is slight edge to Moon. I think Franks is the more complete hitter, and she is younger. That's what gives her the edge over, say, Man and Moon. So let's give Franks the nod here. Get Franks there for 7-1. That's not bad. Bench outfielder. All right, now to the pitching. Mustard is still at 8-2. That's still too high for me, honestly. Fabio at 6'9". That's a little high for a 32-year-old as well. If we're going to do the bullpen thing, we got to do it now. Hawkins at 6'2". If we can get me under 6, I can go for him. Bozer's already under 6, though, so let's get Bozer now. Get the lefty here. He can replace Barnes. That's lefty in the bullpen. Or he can replace Yago. We're keeping Yago. So we get more money if we replace Balfour. So let's get him for Balfour then. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Halfway home here. There goes Hawkins, because I took Bozer, yeah. Yeah, so I think we are going to have to dip into the reliever then. We're not going to be able to afford Morrison Gunn now. Between Bartlett and Lowbrow, Bartlett has better pitch selection, so I'm going to take her and put her in for Barnes, which will actually get us some money back. Hey, look at that. What a move. A little bit weaker, yes, but it is what it is at this point. 2 lefties, 2 righties in the bullpen. I like it. Bullpen's still a little sus, but it is what it is at this point. And we still got to get our 4th starter. 4th starting pitcher. There's Matt Gunn. There's Rubio. 7-5. I think I have to sign Mustard now then. Yeah, might as well. Get rid of Sweet, give me Mustard. Down to $1.3 million. Solid. Is there anybody we're overpaying? Probably North, but that wasn't my fault. My hand was forced. Franks is probably being overpaid, yeah. Same with Gangnam, but not by much. Peterson, Turnburner. Still making good money. Hiker is probably a little overpaid. Bozer might be slightly overpaid, but that's fine. Bartlett's making less than what she should. Garner's making way less than he should. Okay. I don't think there's any other moves I can make, though, that's like save money or something. Damn it. Damn it, really? Okay. 20 rounds in now. Yeah, there is not a lot out here, unfortunately. Darn. Well, we'll see who gets released, and we'll go after them, I guess. Not looking very promising here, it looks like. Go ahead and run through the moves here at the end of this offseason, as we'll check in on the teams, see who they went after and whatnot. Barnes goes to the Suns. Okay, good for her. Found a job. Okay. One more round here. And we're ending the off-season. That was quick. 25 minutes. I think that's the quickest I've ever done an off-season video. That's awesome. But yeah, really, we got lucky. Not a lot of people tested free agency or retired, so we just gotta go through the team here and see if there's anybody we like really have like massively overpaid as a mistake, and try and replace them with someone cheaper. Because we only have $1.3 million left in the spending budget, so we've almost maxed out our spending because we're going all in. We have to do something this year, or this series is over. Let's go ahead and check real quick. See if what we got out here. We got Grape Nolan. 8-4. I don't see if we get her under Franks. Yeah, we could sign him for her. Mashed Taters, I'm not going to bring him back. He's too old. Norton Pickles, 31. I don't need a shortstop, though. Juan Rojas, I don't need a right fielder. Tara Leonera, don't need a backup catcher. Perry Quaker, Sturdy Woodman. Nah, not Maggie Rags. Pepe Vinicio, Zoom Delta Cruz. Yeah, there isn't really anybody I'm like overly massively overpaying, you know. Maybe Franks is a little bit overpaid, but compared to Aaron Bell, who's like the next outfielder down the list after Rojas, outside of Nolan, she is actually better in only 2 categories. They're about the same in power, so she's better in 2 and is even in another. But she suffers in the fielding and the speed categories, which Bell has. And we can get $4 million back for this move. However, I'm intrigued to see... Again, Franks is still the more complete hitter, so I want to see what she brings to the team off the bench as the 4th outfielder. It'd be interesting. She could only play right field, but it'd still be interesting. Just to see what she brought. Moving to pitching, the only really good pitchers are Chevelle Norris, Ricky McFarland, Joe Blaze, Rip Thomas, and Stubby Tubrick. We're both making less than Tower Hiker and the rookie we just signed, Pop Mustard. Pop is a rookie, right? He is, or he's not? He is a rookie, okay. Well, the good news is Tower Hiker is going to be slid down to the 4th pitcher role, which is where he probably should have been in the rotation last year. So it might make his season a little bit easier. But yeah, Norris at 8-3, Thomas at 7-4, Tubrick at 6-4. That's pretty good. Tubrick compared to, say, where's Pop Mustard? He's weaker than Mustard. He's better than Hiker. He has better junk and better accuracy, but a lot less velocity. Same pitch type, though, and he's got composed. So he has the edge on Hiker. What about Thomas? Rip Thomas compared to Mustard, he's got better velocity. He's weaker. Okay, so Thomas is not as good as the other guys. Okay, so Thomas would not be a good signing. Tubrick would be. Let's look at Joe Blaze. If we can get her under $4 million and get rid of Yago, that'd be nice. She'd be an upgrade over her. Much better accuracy, much better velocity. Yeah, I think our bullpen's going to be, once again, be the weak point of this team, I think. Just because there's not a good reliever class that's come in. That's, like, really wowed me, you know? It's unfortunate. But yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and run you through the signings here in the offseason. Herbert Hackman off the Moonstars to get Morton Stamberg, Leonidas Zoner to the Sawteeth, Johnson Swanson to the Moonstars, Ivan Ward to the Wideloads, Freebooters get Lackey Luster, Chukov to the Wild Pigs as they get rid of Lumpkins, Woodburn off the Jacks for Darcy Hicks, then Chili Little to the Moonstars, Gustavson to the Platypi. Moving up the list, Rhonda Horn to the Grapplers. Herbisaurs get Kathy Caldo-Sack, okay. Then moving up, Trox Smith off the Platypi for Zara Barron. Felix Farmhand goes back home to the Moose, his 2nd tenure with them, it looks like. Lana Rhymes to the Beewolves. Jose Carloco to the Moose. Moving up the list again. Got a couple rounds of no activity. Sandcats get Charlie Best, the reliever. They get rid of Klaus de Game, the closer. Pablo Concentrado to the Nemesis. Wiggles Freeman to the Hot Corners. Max Texas to the Nemesis. Dig Eforto, cut by the Wildcats for Buttons Bunterson. That bastard. Now he's on a division rival. Great. And still going up the list here. We pick up Trevino. We re-sign Trevino. Manny Case to the Platypi, improving the starting rotation. They get rid of the closer, Elric Rippin. Angel Verde to the Sandcats, as he got cut by the Freebooters at the end of the year. Grapplers got Joseph Trunk out from under us. But that gave us Jacoby North. B will re-sign catcher Steve Monstores. They get rid of Rory Crowds, the outfielder on their roster. Maggie Rags were cut by the Freebooters for Josiah Elliott, rookie catcher. Mash Taters we cut for Jacoby North, the rookie 28-year-old. Angelo Gungham, the rookie backup third baseman. He'll replace Raffy Slaps. Rookie Dip Franks signed to play bench outfield for us. Then we also got Bale Bozers. We got rid of Tats Balfour. Tia Mayfair was cut by the Crocs for Kellen Botham, the starter. Jadil Zavala picked up by the Crocs. He replaces Norton Pickle. So he goes back to the Crocodons. Milo Stewart to the Buzzards as they get rid of Woodman. Bust them off the Buzzards for Liner. Oof. Rookie Hawkins goes to the Hot Corners. I wanted him. Jackman to the Crocs to get rid of Godfrey Storm. Alana Bartlett, we pick her up for Barnes. Lou DeBaziz cut by the Beatles for Mac Gunn. Hieronymus Jackson to the Herbs. They get rid of Kathy Cul-de-sac. Rookie Martha Cunningham, the catcher, to the Sandcats. Rob Glover to the Moonstars to get rid of Elijah Gobelson. Jess Fowl to the Hot Corners to get rid of Wiggles Freeman. Mindy Marshwater cut by the Wild Pigs for Hurley Bender. Ooh, interesting. Rusty Bustum to the Bee-Wolves. Samuel Perez to the Wild Loads to get rid of Mora Homebrew. Gasser Morris replaces Omar Chambo on the Platypi. Beefcake McStevens leads the Platypi. He's going to the Wide Loads. Diego Forto to the Sandcats. Wiggles Freeman to the Sandcats. Bullshit Digman back to the Platypi. Cashmore off the Sirloins for Maurice Brick. Good signing there. Jerry Roth to the Moonstars. They get rid of Joe Blaze, the long reliever. Roman Rhodes replaced by Chase Tabul on the Moose. Leon Rubio to the Sandcats to get rid of Rip Thomas. Grape Nolan cut by the Sirloins for Mario Mustachio. Rodney Park off the Moose for Lawrence Avery. Fungo Akiro to the Moose. Wade Hobbs to the Platypi. Dude Browning goes to the Platypi. They cut Pepe Vinicio. Raul Strikes to the Sandcats to get rid of Stubby Tubrick. Candy Sweet we cut for Rookie Pop Mustard. Jerry Caps to the Blowfish. Ian Lowbrow, the rookie reliever, to the Grapplers. Herbert Hackman to the Sawteeth. Man and Moon to the Grapplers. Ali Find Air moves over to the Overdogs. Cheville Norris cut by the Wild Pigs, the closer for Rocket Ramon, the former Overdogs reliever. Clyde Oliver to the Wild Pigs. Pumper Lumpkins cut to the Crocs, cutting Tara Leonaire. Keg Gutterson also goes to the Crocs. Omar Chamba to the Sirloins. Hugs Lavelle to the Nemesis. They cut Carlos Beck. Jermaine Raines to the Crocs. Daniel Yoshida to the Sawteeth. Walt Huckster to the Crocs. They get rid of Ricky McFarland. Brick Towers to the Crocs. Rhubarb to the Wild Pigs. Shania Burns to the Overdogs. Louise Hansen to the Sirloins. Candy Sweet to the Grapplers. Guy Gold to the Freebooters. Nora Holmes to the Overdogs. Tarzan Woodburn to the Crocs. Fabio Fabulo to the Overdogs. Hiro Masano to the Sawteeth. Clubber Buff to the Wild Pigs. Frank Battery to the Overdogs. Alondra Bull to the Freebooters. Mindy Marshwater to the Sawteeth. Muffin Studwick to the Grapplers. Kelby King to the Sirloins. Larry LaJoy to the Crocs. Eileen Bird cut by the Wild Pigs for Stracy Wickers. Kerwin Arches to the Sawteeth. And Keisha Mushara to the Overdogs. Casper Stern re-signs with the Buzzards. Marvin Steed goes to the Buzzards. He leaves the Grapplers. Elroy Action goes to the Buzzards. He leads the Overdogs. Madoka Hayata to the Buzzards as well. Arena Barnes to the Sirloins to cut Omar Chambo. Kathy Cul-de-sac to the Crocs. They cut Tarzan Woodburn. Andre Candela cuts Zoom de la Cruz off the Grapplers. Blowfish get Log Freely. They get rid of Amelia Moody. Hanzo Majiko to the Jacks. They get rid of Ham Slamus. They get the utility player instead. Jose Carloco released by the Moose for Rafael Gonzalo as the backup first baseman. Ella Royds to the Blowfish. They get rid of Ralph Batsman. And in the final off-season round, Donovan Drake, the long reliever, is cut for Klaus the Game in the Buzzards bullpen, and Mindy Marshwater cut from the Sawteeth bullpen for Tats Balfour. Not bad off-season all around for most teams. Let's have a look. Sim up to our first game here. Previews year 4. Wild Pigs rally, beat the Herbisaurs 5-4. Jacks losing 12 to the Buzzards 4-2. Sirloins rally and win in 10, 2-1 over the Moonstars. Platypi taking on the Crocs. Platypi shut them out 3-0. Grapplers taking on the Wild Loads. Grapplers win easily 4-1. Sandcats win 3-2, edging out the Freebooters. Okay. Who are we playing? We get the defending champion B-Wolves in the first game of the season. Oh my god, of course. We actually look pretty good on paper. We got great speed this year. Lots of power, average amount of contact, good defense, good starting pitching. Bullpen is still a little sus. I think the bullpen is still going to be the weak point of this team, unfortunately. Because there's not a lot I can do to improve it, unfortunately. We just don't have the money to do so. It's unfortunate, but it is the way it is. Let's look at the schedule, see how badly they want to screw us. Doubleheader, you bastards. You fucking bastards. Doubleheader, road game, home, road game, doubleheader, at home. 5 straight road games, and then we end on another doubleheader. All 3 of our doubleheaders are at home this year. So we play the Wide Loads 3 times, we play the B-Wolves 3 times, and we play the Platypi 3 times. Only see the Grapplers twice this year. We have to play the defending champs 3 times this season. Damn it. Okay. What's the actual? It's not about a true doubleheader, so we can split this up into 2 separate episodes at my choosing. We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see how game 1 goes. It might be a doubleheader, it might not. Yeah, preview. Beavis Ortiz becomes the new ace for the B-Wolves. As we know, Hurley Bender left in free agency. He goes to the Wild Pigs of the other conference. And we're going to have Vern Turnberner on the mound for the 2nd straight year as our ace, the left-hander, taking on the righty. B-Wolves looking to defend their championship. They still have average offense now, so their offense did go up in the offseason. Their speed is really good still. Defense is still good. Starting pitching takes a step back with the loss of Bender, though. Bullpen now, through the roof for the B-Wolves. They got a great bullpen. Lineup here for the first game. Hart lead off at catcher. Biggs in left. Gould at second. Jacoby North, he'll bat 4th. Cleanup hitter at first base. Gould at third, batting 5th. Pollard at short, batting 6th. Jarvis in right, batting 7th. Lawson bats 8th in center. And then Turnberner bats number 9. Look at the roster here real quick. Give you a rundown of that. I'm going to check what the players we did sign first real quick. Jacoby North, he is a rookie. Who else did we sign? Dip Franks, I'm pretty sure she's a rookie. She is. Angelo Gongnam, yep, he's a rookie. Moving to pitching, Pop Mustard, we already checked. He is a rookie. I know Bartlett, I believe, is in her 2nd year. She is. In her 3rd year, actually. She's been here since year 2. Interesting. And Bozer, I know, has been here since year 1, so I know he's a veteran. All right, let's give you a rundown of the moves we made in the offseason, and we'll sign off for this episode, as I'm going to go to bed because it's almost 3 in the morning. So in the offseason, we only had 2 roster openings to fill. Jax Trevino tested free agency, our primary third baseman, when Gould is not feeling well, or Pollard isn't feeling well. We were able to re-sign him, gave him a little bit of a pay raise by about $2 million, so he's now getting paid $7 million, 7.2, I believe. So he's making money he should be making. And then we also had Dale Nail retire, our 4th outfielder. So we replaced him with rookie right fielder Dip Franks, 24-year-old. She's a pretty good hitter. She's not a good fielder. She's got she's got a great arm. Not a lot of speed though. So we'll see what we can do with her off the bench. And we also upgrade backup third base. We get rid of Raffy Slaps, bring in rookie Angelo Gongnam, backup third baseman. He's a pretty good player. Solid backup, I would say. Needs a little work to be a starter. And then for the other offensive move, we bring in rookie first baseman Jacoby North, the 28-year-old. We get an 11-year younger first baseman at primary who's also better than mashed taters. So hopefully he's an answer to our offensive woes, make us a little bit more consistent. Moving to pitching, we keep our top 3 starters, Hiker, Peterson, and Turnberner from last year, and we complement them with rookie 27-year-old Pop Mustard, who's a pretty solid pitcher in his own right. He'll move to the 3 slot in the rotation this year, and that will knock Hiker down to the 4, which I'm fine with. Hiker struggled all of last year, so him going down to the 4 is no big deal. For the bullpen, we bring in established left-handed specialist Bale Bozer, the former Wide Loads reliever. We keep Romeo Garner. We keep Jemmy Yago, who pitched really well last year for us. Both of them did. And then we bring in third-year pitcher, I believe she's a left-hander, yes, Alana Bartlett. Lefty's going to be our mop-up woman moving forward. So our bullpen is still the weak part of our team. It is better than what it was last season, but it is still weak compared to the rest of the team. But looking at our ratings here, we did really well. We got a lot of speed in the lineup now. Our power is good. Our contact is average now. It's up there. Defense is still good. It's a little better than what it was last year. And our starting rotation is solid. So hopefully this can translate into a winning record and a playoff berth. Because if we fail to make the playoffs again for the 4th straight year, it's the end of the series. So this year is do or die for the Heaters. We spent almost all our money. If this doesn't work, this franchise is just cursed. If you made it this deep in the video, guys, thank you so much for sticking around and wading through these boring off-season moves with me. Let me know what you think of them down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you haven't already here on Twitch, hit the follow button down below to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, link to Twitch down in the description below. And I will see you all in the next episode where we will kick off year number 4 next time out. Until then, everybody, this is the Nasty One, signing off. Have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be.